Okay, I apologize for that. We're going to have to talk to our Verizon rep because our MiFi just doesn't seem to be happening this week in Casper, and it works for a little bit and then it doesn't. I apologize. You've missed 3 runs, and I will do a recap here after this inning, as it is now 8-1, and it has just been nothing but a hit parade for Lander. And as I was kind of trying to fix my computer, I watched as the bases got loaded and then the bases were unloaded, and now up to bat is that Benzie? I believe it is. Yeah, Stevenson is on second, and Benz is up to bat. Benz is looking at a 1-0 pitch when he turns around from trying to pick off Stevenson. Didn't work there. I want to give a big thanks to the Casper Valor for letting us use their internet. And Benz gets a short hit down to second base, and he's not going to make it to first in time, and that'll be good for the second out. And Stevenson sneaks into third rather easily. Finley, do you have a favorite walk-up song that you walk out to? No? What's your favorite song? Is it Barbie Girl? That's my favorite song. Hunter Velarde up to bat with Evan Stevenson on third and 2 outs on the board, and Stevenson looked like he was going to start running home. Velarde has a swing first mentality. He did get a good bunt on the last attempt. Ooh, that one goes high and inside. We got a whole setup in here. We got a little kid's couch with a Roku and some TV. Lucky them. And he gets a good swing on that one. It goes foul right, though. And Hunter is being told to stay up on it by Coach Carey at first base. And he's going to have to if he wants to get out of this 1-2 hole that he's in. You can wear those if you want. No? Those aren't your style? I think pit vipers are everyone's style around here if you're under the age of 30. Everyone's got one. And he watches that go strike 3, and that'll do it for the inning. Before we get to the Crosshairs batting, let's just do a recap while we had those technical difficulties. So Darius Boyer, I think, was the last batter you probably saw. He hit a fly ball out to center and brought home Will Bush. After that, Sam Bush singled on a line drive to right field. He brought in 2 scores, and Zach Ward came in to run for Darius Boyer. He made it all the way to third on that. Caden Rowan was walked. Sam Bush stole second before that. And then the first out came from Connor Higginbotham striking out. But at that moment, Caden Rowan, he got to second. Sam Bush was at third. And after that, let's see, how did they score on that one? Zach Ward scored on an aired throw on a wild pitch, so Zach Ward made it 6-1. And then the very next batter, Evan Stevenson, singled out to left field, and he brought in Caden Rowan. And after that, Sam Bush scored on a wild pitch as well. And that's how we got to 8-1. Benzie grounded out, Hunter Velarde struck out. And we will be right back with the bottom of the second. Hopefully no more technical difficulties after this.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Welcome up to bat right now is number 14, Carson Minari. I think they called him Carson Ice Minari. Is that really his go-to name there? Okay. Boyer did great in that first inning on that bum ankle, and he's going to look to do the same here after he hit in an RBI. He throws a little high for ball 1. Boyer has done great on the mound this year. He's been getting better and better every time we see him. Right there inside for ball 2. He's taken much shorter steps today for obvious reasons, and for that, he's got to kind of adjust when he lets go of the ball. And that looked like it wanted to break down, and it did not. It went high for ball 3. Darius is part of a 1-2-3 punch on the mound for these Lander Lobos. You got Stevenson and Higgy, who have done nothing but succeed this year. Boyer's in that group as well, even though he's a little bit younger than the rest of them. Right there is strike 1. He caught that outside corner that he's been really favoring all day long. We don't have a lot of information on Darius Boyer from the beginning of the season, and that one's going to go ball 4. Boyer's favorite movie, I forgot about this. His favorite movie is Cars. All these other kids are picking Angels in the Outfield or Sandlot or Wolf of Wall Street or Cocaine Bear, and he's got Cars 1. What's your favorite movie again? You said it yesterday.
The Goosebumps.
The Goosebumps movie with Jack Black. Wow. Yeah, that's a scary one, I know. The old ones were scary. I don't know how he's doing it here. Now up to bat, number 23, Jamison Minari. Is that right? Did I miss this? Oh, it's Cooper Levin, 29, not 23. My bad. And now the throw to second. It's going to be a little low. Good pickup by Stevenson, just not enough to sweep and get the swipe out at second. So that will put Minari on second as Cooper Levin steps up to bat to face a 2-0 pitch. He looks back at second. There's a big leadoff, but no one's coming back, and now finally Stevenson does. Doesn't matter. He's going to throw inside for ball 3. Boyer sets up, winds up, throws, catches that bottom corner. He just needs to keep placing it right there if he can, because that is getting the umpire's attention as a strike on that outside bottom corner. A 3-1 pitch now. Still no outs on the board. We're on our second batter of this bottom of the second inning. And that one looked good, and it is good for strike 2. It dropped way off after he let it out of his hands and fell into the strike zone, and now we have a full count here. Cooper Levin has a choice to make here. We'll see if he's patient or if he tries to swing on Boyer. He gets a swing, and it goes foul, and it goes back. And it does not hit our car, so we're all good. We've moved from ring pops to treats, so I don't know if they're still handing out ring pops, but I got one last night. I beat out like 5 kids to get that ball. I really did, yeah. Both the Velarde girls, I pushed them to the side. I said, this ball is mine. That one looked good for a strike. It's going to go right past Stevenson. I don't know why he was so far away from second, but that will bring in a run for the Crosshairs. And Levin has an RBI single to start off his at-bats today. And probably the best walk-up song I've heard all day. And Fuzzy Faisal is up to bat as Carter, playing second base today. He's low in the box, the way he kind of hunkers down. We'll see how that batting stance leads to a hit, and it does. It's high. Looks like Rivera's calling it. Rivera does call it, and he's got that out right there. Good running catch by Teddy Rivera, who's really improved at second base this season. Good contact. And finally, we have a correct way to say his name, Pietrzak. I've never said his name right all year long. Pietrzak. And Pietrzak swings, and it goes over the head of Connor Higginbotham for at least a single. It got out to right field, and he couldn't corral it, and he's going to go all the way home. Can he get to it in time? He does. Oh, he dropped the ball, though. Oh, Bush dropped the ball after he touched Levin. Oh, and he is upset with himself because that might have been the easiest out that he's had all day long. And instead he drops the ball. And now Coach Carey, I think, is going to come out with a ruling from the – in the books, does that say anything about a drop ball? I think that's what they're talking about right now. Well, we have, well, and he might have because he definitely tagged him, but then the ball went flying out of his glove after he touched Levin. So now we're getting a talking between the umpires. We'll see what he does here. Umpire is going to come up and talk to Coach Carey. And because he pushed down and not out, I think it's going to be safe. And it will be safe. And it will be a third run for Casper. So just like that, it's a 5-run lead, not a 6-run lead. Still one out. And Jamison Minari now up to bat with a runner on second. And I don't want to say confusion, but after all that confusion, I wonder how Darius Boyer and Will Bush are going to, or Sam Bush are going to play this next batter here, because I think they thought they had the second out and they would just need to get one more. But now we have a runner in scoring position and a really deadly batter, and he gets it right back to Boyer. Boyer's going to throw to first for the easy out, and then Connor's going to throw to third. Kind of a dangerous throw, but Will Bush corrals it, tags him, and he was safe. So a good decision-making by Darius Boyer to get out.
Number 34, Iron Mike Swan.
My Wi-Fi's dropping again. There we go. Maybe that'll stay. Now up to bat. Back at the top of the line, Michael Swan. And that one good for a strike in that outside corner. Swan now watches that go low and outside. Runner on third doesn't even bother heading home. Smart move there. Swan steps back up into the batter's box here. As our radio devices here are starting to overheat already. That one swung on. It was a little high. Make sure everything looks good before we cover it up with the sweatshirt here. Okay. We've got all sorts of issues up here. None of them are my fault. None of them are anyone's fault. It's just hot, and the Wi-Fi doesn't work. And there we go, a hit right back to Boyer. And again, the easy throw out at first. So just like that, 2 runs on the board for Casper. It's a 5-run lead for Lander when we come back at the top of the third.
For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, and in advanced medical technologies, so access to better care is closer to home.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Some say healthcare is a calling. Taking care of others. It's who we are. It's what we do. And what we love. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been here. For the expected and the unexpected moments in life. As one of the region's largest employers, we're investing in our communities through donated services and charitable contributions. We're investing in our people, technologies, and facilities, so better care is more convenient and available to everyone, right here, close to you and the things that matter most. From maternity through maturity, from pediatrics to primary care, we're making a difference by improving life and health in our communities we love. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Welcome back here as Will Bush is up to bat. And Andrew Cisco is now pitching. So after... Okay, and Lander is going to get a second warning, I believe, here, and they might get, what would be the punishment here, an out? Just an out on the board? If they get one more talking to, because they're talking during the windup, they're saying, oh, right before the pitch, which I don't think you're allowed to do. I know there's a lot of teams, and there's been some rules that have been kind of overlooked, the tucking in, the chain rule, but right now, that rule is what is being on display. Ooh, and... Oh, they don't? Okay. There we go. Jewelry is allowed. I just didn't know if it was out and about like it was. Yep, you have to tape it because that's what one of our kids does. Oh. There we go. Okay. Well, we're learning more every day here. Okay. We're getting rule information here from the Babe Ruth, senior Babe Ruth president, Mike Antonovich. You can now have chains as long as they're not distracting. Last year you had to tape them to your chest, and you also had to tuck in your jersey. Will Bush right now is facing a 3-0 pitch. Make that a 3-1 pitch. As now Will Bush has a hitter's pitch ready for him. Will's had a pretty strong weekend so far. Him and his brother both have had good times in the batter's box. See if Will can continue that here against Cisco, and that one is going to make it a ball 4. Those don't work no more, honey. We're going to just have to wait for a second. They're overheating. It's hot. Yeah, it's really hot up here. Finley wants to get back on the call. It's okay. I understand. Oh, can't do that. There we go. Just be careful right there. Very sensitive buttons as Andrew Cisco has thrown 5 pitches in this inning so far, and he's now facing Teddy Rivera. Bush with a good leadoff on first. Cisco watches, and Rivera just swings at the first pitch. Strike 1. Rivera gets back up in the batter's box. He's going to be facing an 0-1 pitch. That one was a little outside, and Bush is going to get to second rather easily there. The pickoff was thrown just about 1.5 feet in front of second base, so he wouldn't have been able to tag him out anyway. And now we got a 1-1 pitch incoming for Teddy Rivera, now with a runner on second. Ooh, that one was low and inside. Rivera was ready to wear that one. He didn't even move. Just a split second away from maybe his elbow or his shoulders. Now he's facing a 2-1 pitch. Cisco looks back at second. There's 2 Crosshairs ready to take the throw for the pickoff, and instead he throws a ball just a little bit high. 3-1 now. Cisco winds up and fires, and he gets a foul tipped. And now we've inflated this to a full count. Rivera looking at a 3-2 pitch. Still no outs on the board. They're just hovering around Bush at second base, hoping that he tries to do something dumb. Full count pitch right here towards Rivera. He's got it high for ball 4. And with the dropped catch, with the dropped ball at home plate, that means Bush can run to third, and he does. And I guess you can call time if that happens, which is exactly what they did. Juan Herrera now up to bat. We have to say it every time Juan comes up to bat. His favorite food is a glorified chicken nugget, or as he calls them, boneless buffalo wings. I like boneless barbecue wings. I'm not a big fan of buffalo sauce. That's just me, though. It can be a little spicy sometimes. And now the throw to second is going to be way late. Teddy Rivera didn't even need to slide, but he did anyway. That ball was a little high for ball 1 for Juan as well. Juan might have the longest hair outside of Connor Higginbotham on the team. Coach Reese's hair was just as long, but Connor's, I don't think he's cut his in almost a year or so. Juan looking at a 1-0 pitch, still no outs on the board. And Cisco fires another high ball there. .20 pitch here. Got runners in scoring position for Juan. He went 1 for 2 yesterday with 2 RBIs. He earned a Gatorade, as Paxton Reese said on our post-game show. He gets a swing there for strike 1. Whether you hit the ball, you swing the ball and miss, you wear it, you don't wear it, the Lobos dugout has something to say to you every single time. It's always funny. Hi. Ooh, and he could have warned that one, but instead he ducks for ball 3. That would have hit him right in the helmet. Smart move after what we saw happen to Galeno Velarde just in the junior state tournament this past week. Although his happened out at second base, not in the batter's box. We are glad that he is okay. And right there is going to be ball 4, and it's going to go high up in the air off the catcher's glove. And that means Bush is going to score. And that means Rivera is going to get to third. And Juan was thinking about running to second, and he decides to sit at first instead. And that makes it a 9-3 game. So we got some Katy Perry coming up here. No binky for the baby up here if you're just going to spit it on the dirty ground. Oh, and then the throw to first was a little bit high, and the pickoff is going to lead to a run, and that makes it double digits for Lander. Might want to hand her off to a mom down there. That'll help. So now Juan Herrera made it all the way to third. And because of him being on third with no outs, Darius Boyer can get another RBI here rather easily if he just hits the ball a little bit further out into the infield than he did last time. He popped it out and right on the grass line of the outside. And that's a good strike. Strike one. He just threw that fastball right down the middle. And Cisco has had 17 pitches now so far in this inning. Let's see how many. 5 of them have been strikes. Now Boyer hits it right back up towards Cisco. It goes under his glove, and that's going to be another RBI for the pitcher. And then he limps all the way to first base. He doesn't even have to bother walking, and we're going to get time and a courtesy runner. Boyer is showing some strength today.
Top of the order, number 41, Sam Bush.
And as you heard, it is the top of the batting rotation again as the catcher Sam Bush comes up to bat. And the Lobos having a little dance party in their dugout. Sam Bush taking his sweet time right now. I wonder why. I think we're waiting on Cisco. I think Cisco and the catcher are going to have a meeting here. And while they do that, we never had time to get into our CWC pitching change after Cisco took over for Hunter Schnepper. Reminder, if you want any information on CWC's 4-year or 2-year degree programs, as well as how you can earn those degrees from the comfort of your own couch, be sure to visit CWC.edu, Central Wyoming College. Make your way out here.
7 to EH.
7 to EH. So we're going to get, Cisco is going to become the designated hitter. Carson Minari is going to come out to catch. And then who was their catcher? He's going to go out and pitch? Oh, 3 is going to pitch now. So James Gleason. So what happened to 43, Kendrick Young? Is he just not in the game no more?
Yeah, we're changing.
They didn't mention where Kendrick Young is going to go, but what we do know is James Gleason is going to come in to pitch. Carson Minari is going to come in to catch. And Andrew Cisco is going to go to the designated hitter. We'll get more information during our break right after this.
Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you. From the field to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road. Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back. So we will get you up to date on the rotation changes here. Oh, ball Ball one goes behind Bush's back, and he's going to go all the way to third, and it goes past third. And Zach Ward's going to come all the way home. Zach Ward ran all the way from first to home. I apologize, the pitching change back was all the way up, but Zach Ward on a missed throw to third base got all the way back home. Now Bush back up, and that goes high for ball two. And Bush hits that one deep, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder and then dropped. And wow, he had that in his hands, and as he went to grab it out with his other throwing hand, he just dropped it. And oh, so it will be an out. Okay. It dropped it on the transfer. I figured. I just wanted to make sure we got the correct ruling here. So it's 12-3, and I know that pitching change logo was up, and the errored pitch meant Zach Ward could go to second, and then when he saw and turned that the catcher had not even fully gotten the ball yet, he ran to third, and then the pitch to third went over the head of the third baseman, and it led to Zach Ward making it 12-3. And now Caden Rowan is up to bat, and he watches that one go high for ball one. Rowan watches, and he gets a good swing on that one, goes right to the shortstop, and it goes over the glove of number 24, Carter Faisal. Higgy now up to bat. Higginbotham has had a strikeout today. See what he can do with his second at bat. He was also hit by a pitch today. And look at that, his third at bat, I should say, goes right towards center field. And that's going to be a good run to third for Caden. And Caden gets to third safely, and the ball actually went over the head of the third baseman, but it hit their dugout and it bounced right back, so he did not bother running to third. Smart move in the end there. Now Stevenson's up to bat. Gets the handshake from Coach Reese. I want one of these swinging folding chairs. That looks dope. This girl's almost going on like a full rotation. She just started swinging so hard. Stevenson with runners on second and third. One out on the board. Say what? Yes, it is. How'd you know? Oh, okay, yeah. Mr. Antonovich's wife is just swinging like she's a kid at a park right now. Instead of swinging there, he watches it go high off the glove. It's going to go. Caden Rowan needs to touch home base, and he finally does. He actually hurdled over the ball. Good eye by Caden Rowan, and that's going to lead to another run here. Makes it a 10-run lead, and that pushes Connor to third. Caden Rowan with the athletics there. The high jump. He looked like a long jumper there with the way he was running, and now Coach from Casper is going to talk to the umpire. We'll see what this is about. Is that Coach Minari? Or is that Coach Perry? That must be Coach Perry, yeah. Speaking of, this is the first game I haven't seen Kyler or Corbin Perry on the lineup sheet. They are? Yeah, I figured. They typically have at least one. What is Higgy doing? Higgy's just laying down on third base out there. So the umpires are talking about something. I doubt it has to do with the hurdle. Would it be dangerous? Because I know if you run head first into the catcher, that's an automatic out. But would it be the same ruling if you're hurdling and maybe your knee or your leg is at eye? And we're going to get a ruling here from umpire Dustin. Do you have a ruling on that, Mike? Yeah, so it could be he was trying to get out of the way, but whether you're getting out of the way or not, you're supposed to take safety, and it is going to be safe. You're supposed to take safety in mind first. So Caden Rowan gets the ruling in his favor, makes it 13-3 in the top of the third. And Stevenson, after a very long hiatus, is going to step back into the batter's box here. He's going to be looking at I believe, a 2-0 pitch. It is a 2-0 pitch, and he watches that one, and he swings it, and it goes back and foul. And here goes little Velarde. Velarde, give me a ring pop. She's going to get that one. Stevenson now with a 2-1 pitch. And now we have time as the pitcher took his sweet time. Gleason was waiting for the right call from the catcher there. Two-one pitch, and it gets swung on, and it's fair. It hugs that foul line all the way out to the edge of left field, and that should be a double, and it will be a double, and that'll be a RBI double for Evan Stevenson. And now up to bat, Josh Benz, as Gleason approaches, oh no, he is at 10 pitches now. You can try these on now. You got a lollipop there? No, she did not bring any of us one.
It's because I found a foul ball.
Gleason fires away, and it gets fouled backwards by Benz. No, she's not bringing suckers up for anyone, apparently.
You guys can be friends, but I'll remember this come August 28th.
Is that your birthday? No?
I'll remember this come August 28th, first day of school.
Oh, you're going to be in trouble.
You're in trouble.
Benzie watches that one hit the sweet spot for umpire Dustin in that outside corner. Strike two. An 0-1 pitch now now it's an 0-2 pitch. I thought it was 0-2 before because he had already fouled it, but the scoreboard reads differently. Yeah. So still an 0-2 pitch here for Josh Benz. Gleason steps up in the mound, winds up, fires low and away for ball one. That's why the scoreboard camera operator, same job down there. And that looked low for strike two, but it's going to be low for ball two. So one out on the board. Stevenson's on second. And Lander is up by 11. And now look at this. Benz is going to hit that into a sweet spot. Right fielder might be able to get to it, and he does. Stevenson never tagged, and he's probably going to be called out, and he is. And that will do it for the inning. That wasn't a bad idea by Stevenson. It looked like it was going to fall in between center and right, but instead it gets a little bit further right, and that'll do it for the top of the third. We'll be right back with the bottom after this.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the third. It's James Gleason up to bat, and he watches a strike go low and outside from Darius Boyer. And yes, Fremont County Fair, we want to remind people, not only is WYO Today a major sponsor there, but you can you have a chance at winning a free $1,000 if you can just win in cornhole. All you got to do is knock one cornhole bag into the hole at one of our live remotes leading up to Fremont County Fair. You can find that list on wyotoday.com. And if you knock one in, and you can have multiple days, multiple attempts. If you knock one in, you will automatically be entered into a chance to win $1,000. You just got to make another one in at the Fremont County Fair, and we're going to have a big contest out at our WYO Today trailer. It's going to be super fun. We did it last year and gave away $1,000 to a lucky Fremont County citizen. So up to bat is Gleason. He fouled that one out. It's going to be 0-2 pitch now. Make that a 1-2 pitch. That dropped, but it didn't drop enough, and it stayed a little high and inside. And again, I just want to apologize. Any technical difficulties? It's not the fault of anyone here. It's just the Wi-Fi is not going the way we want it to. As that one goes, not the way Lander wants it to, right out towards center field as it grounds past Teddy Rivera. And, I'm just watching my Wi-Fi go from really, really good to really, really bad to really, really good to really, really bad. So we're going to see if this game even needs to get to the fifth inning. We'll see after this inning whether or not Lander can keep it up. But a 10-run lead after 4 would do it for Lander and secure a spot in tomorrow's bracket. It won't secure them a spot in the state championship game, just to get a spot in the bracket tomorrow. And Boyer's just going to hit. Oh, did it not hit him? It must have gone right behind him. That would have breezed past number 22, Roman Leduc, who might be the tallest player in the state tournament this year. Look at how tall that boy is. That one outside for strike one, and Leduc's going to be looking at a 1-1 pitch. Leduc was the pitcher the last time that we had the Casper Crosshairs in Lander. I feel like the AC just turned on. And he got a hit there right towards shortstop, and it goes off the glove and ankle of Evan Stevenson. Don't put your hands on there, Don. And now up to bat, number 7, Andrew Sisko, who came in to pitch for a brief moment. Sisko ended up allowing 1 hit and 4 earned runs. Cisco with a runner on first and second. Boyer winds up, fires. Cisco swings on the first pitch, and it goes foul. A nice glove, though, by Will Bush at third base. And now it's going to be an 0-1 pitch to start off Cisco. The umpire's talking to Coach Perry over here on third base. I don't know what about, but we're going to get back to batting here with Cisco. Still no outs on the board to start this third inning for the Casper Crosshairs, and the check swing. And they're saying it is still going to be ball. Didn't swing enough there to get a strike for Darius Boyer. Boyer now going to throw a 1-1 pitch. Oh, duh, my watch is right here. It was underneath. Oh, it's hot. Darius Boyer fires, and that one goes high in right field. It's going to drop, and that's going to lead to bases loaded at least, if not a runner going home. And no, he will try and go home. We'll see what he does. Oh, Connor Higginbotham's throw was too far left of home plate. And Casper, just like that, makes it a 10-point game again. It's a 14-4 game. My bad. I had to pick up a binky off the ground. You know how that goes, Moms. And that one is swung on by number 9. That's Corbin Perry. First time we've called a Perry so far today. Perry watches that one go. I thought that might have hit the strike zone, but it was a little high. It's going to be a 1-1 pitch here. Runners on second and third. Higgy had that out at home. If he had just tossed it about 2 feet to the right, I think that would have been a good out. But now it's going to be swung on right towards Will Bush. Will's going to get the easy out at first instead of throwing home. And that will be out number 2. Am I correct? Is that out number 2? No, that's out number 1. And now Carson Minari walking up to some DMX. Minari with a runner on third. And this game is now a 9-run game. And, ooh, he almost hit him there. He had to back out of the way for ball 1. Carson Minari so far in this game is he's been walked and he crossed home plate once. That is low and outside for ball 2. So a 2-0 pitch now for Boyer. Boyer, whose favorite food is enchiladas. I don't blame him there. He wants to be a software engineer after high school. And that one's going to be ball 3. Oh, and Minari gets contact on that one. It goes foul and backwards. Heads up. It hits the net. It hits the white tent here. And there's an adult waiting for a kid to come up and grab it out of his hands. First one there gets a free ring pop. Man, I could have ran down there in this time. Oh, it's going to be Velarde. And now he gets really good contact with that one. It stays fair, and Will Bush is going to catch it at third. No, he's going to drop it. And now the throw to home could get an out, but instead Will Bush cannot pick it up. And it's going to be a 6th run for Casper. And that'd be an error 5 for Will Bush. Sun got in his eyes, and it was pretty obvious that he thought he had that down pat, and instead just was unable to get it done. And a benefit of being the home team is you get the really cool intros. So Cooper Levin walking out. Good swing there by Levin. Hits it right back into the fence. As you might be able to hear, we've got a crow's nest full of kids up here. We've got a 3-month-old. Looks like, Finley, how old are you? 6-year-old. It looks like we got maybe a 1-year-old and another 1-year-old. We've just got children galore up here. Levin watches that go high. Sam Bush is going to throw it. This looks on target, but it goes off the glove of Teddy Rivera. And Rivera unable to house call that one. Bush has had 2 or 3 throws to second today. He typically will get on target at least 60-70% of the time. And that one was his first really good on target one. It was just dropped by Teddy Rivera as it was hitting a little low on the body of the second baseman. Boyer with the short step. That one didn't drop at all. It stays high for ball 2. So it's a 2-1 pitch with 1 out. Casper Crosshairs have gotten 3 of their 6 runs, so half of them have come in this inning alone. Meanwhile, Lander got 6 at the top of the 3rd and 6 at the top of the 2nd. Casper's been playing catch-up ever since they got on, and now look at this. That one goes right to center field. That should be, oh, it gets dropped out there. Caden Rowan can't even pick it up, and now he's going to have a double on his hands. It just went right under his glove, and I think Coach Reese is going to come out and talk to his team, and that would be a smart decision after the way Casper's played. We're going to take a break and let Paxton talk to his team.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Welcome back. We do have a CWC pitching change. It looks like Evan Stevenson is going to come out to relieve Darius Boyer. So 55 is going to be moving from shortstop to the mound. We'll get the rest here in just 1 second. All right, so we have confirmation. Stevenson is moving from shortstop to pitcher. Caden Rowan is moving from center field to shortstop, where he typically resides. And then Zach Ward is going to come in and play center field. So Darius Boyer's day is done. It's completely understandable why. He did a good job for the most part. He pitched 2.1 innings. He had 2 strikeouts, and just in this inning alone, he has allowed 5 of his 7 hits. So we're just going to have some extra relievers here. And since Stevenson pitched on the first day, I don't know if there's a pitch count rule. Is there? Okay, so we have a full day of rest. I do know that. So we will see what happens here. And again, if you are interested in CWC's new 4-year bachelor degree programs or their 2-year degree programs, be sure to visit cwc.edu, Central Wyoming College. Make your way out here. You can get those degrees from the comfort of your own couch, too. Don't forget. Now up to bat, number 32. That's Kyler Perry. So now we have gone from calling neither Perry brother to both Perry brothers here. Caden moves to second. There's not a big leadoff. Stevenson fires his first pitch, and it's a swinging strike. Bless you. It's a 7-14 game here. Lander has been leading since the first inning when they went up 2-1. Then they ended up going 8-1, which turned into 8-3, and now we're sitting at 14-7. Third inning is 2 outs away from being over. That one, a good-looking strike right down the middle. Didn't even look like it broke. It just went straight, and it was a heater for strike 2. He pitched 62 on the first day of play here, so he should be good to pitch however many he wants, and that's going to be strike 3. And that is why they bring in Evan Stevenson, the future Ottawa Brave that's going to be catching for Ottawa, is really hoping that they'll let him pitch. Levin is still sitting pretty on second base waiting for an attempt, and right there, a good breaking ball for strike number 1 on number 1. That's Braden Petrozak. And you can hear Coach Carey telling Stevenson the pitch number. Oh, and that one did not break it, and right there, Petrozak had to duck to get out of the way, so ball 1. Petrozak waits for Stevenson, the 1-1 pitch with 2 outs. And that's going to be right down the middle again for strike 2. I hear music. Caden steps up on second now that the leadoff's gotten a little bigger. Stevenson says, no thanks, I'm going to get a swinging foul instead. Didn't know we were allowed to play music during the game. Oh. So, the rest of the park is going to be listening to that music. Who'd you say that was? Milana? Oh, it's Moana. Sorry, my headphones don't work. That swing goes over to Caden Rowan, and Caden Rowan's pitch back to first base does not get there, and it goes off the glove of Higginbotham, even worse, and now it's going to be a 17-8 game. That was their chance to get out, and Caden Rowan kind of hesitated a split second. And now Minari is back up to bat. Jamison Minari has had an 0-for-1 day so far, and Bush is waiting for the pitch here from Stevenson. The leadoff on first, and now the ball was a little low, and you could tell something was just a little off about that pitch. We were waiting on the call from Coach Carey, and seemed to just be a little late there, and now it's going to be a runner on second. And Stevenson must have stepped into a little bit of a hole there on the mound. That or he made the hole himself unknowingly, and so now he's going to have to kick the dirt back. So the 1-0 pitch, make that a 1-1 pitch, as again, he just fires a straight heater down the middle. Stevenson looks back at second. Rivera kind of fakes away to second. And that one, a breaking ball, breaks too much and goes outside for ball 2. Still 2 outs on the board. Stevenson can get out of here with any of these batters. He's just got to find a way to do it. After that, Stevenson is 2 for 2 on in the batter's box with 4 RBIs. He is definitely in the running for today's Papa Murphy's Player of the Game, as that one is going to be a ball. So Deuces Wild on the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 6-run lead here for Lander. And that one is going to be good for strike 3 and out number 3. And that will do it. That was the best inning by far for the Casper Crosshairs. They got 5 runs. We'll be right back after this with the 4th inning.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Gourmet pizza in a flash. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of local student athletes.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back to the top of the 4th. It's Hunter Velarde up to bat to start off, and James Gleason still on the mound, I should say. I thought that was going to hit Hunter's elbow. It was just a centimeter away. We were talking our favorite scary movies up here, and if you're watching this on YouTube, which I see some of you are, I want you to comment your favorite scary movie because I'm trying to see something here. And that one, again, stays high and inside for ball 2. I think my favorite scary movie growing up, it wasn't my favorite, but it scared me the most. It was The Ring. That original Ring movie, that was probably the scariest thing I've ever seen.
You know what mine is.
Oh, yeah. Signs is another good one. Ball 3 there. But I don't know. Some people, they like It. They like Nightmare on Elm Street. We've got a couple good scary movies that have been coming out lately, too. And that one's going to be good for ball 4. Hunter doesn't even move. In all 4 pitches, he just watches them stay high and inside. Really good patience there by Hunter Velarde. Will Bush up to bat. Walking out to Beethoven like he always does. I don't know his favorite scary movie, but his favorite movie is Dead Poets Society, which I wasn't expecting out of any of these baseball players. Hunter's going to run for second. There's no one really waiting for him there, and that bounce almost hits him in the head. A good job staying down as he gets there safely rather easily. I can see the Green River team showing up for their next game. Green River plays next, right? No, I have the schedule too. I just want to make sure they're not here 3 hours early for another game. Gleason fires, and that one's going to be low for ball 2. Ball 1, I apologize. No, that is ball 2. Both Game Changer and the scoreboard are just a little bit behind, so we kind of got to go off memory. And as we're looking at everything else, it's just one more thing to keep an eye on as Hunter Velarde has a good leadoff on second. Gleason doesn't fire there. He fires outside for ball 3. Bush watches that one go inside for strike 1, and now we got a hitter's pitch here. 3-1 with a runner on second. Bush gets set. He swings and swings hard and goes right over the glove of the third baseman. Stays fair, goes all the way out to the fence. That's going to bring Velarde home, and that's going to push Bush to second with an RBI double. And just like that, Lander gets back up on the board. 15-8. Now up to bat, it's going to be Teddy Rivera. Teddy's favorite food is pizza, and whenever anybody asks or tells me that their favorite food is pizza, I asked pepperoni or sausage, or maybe it's Domino's, or maybe it's Pizza Hut. He just said, no, I just eat pizza. So we're going to go ahead and let Teddy Rivera enjoy his pizza. He is a senior in high school this year. His favorite class is English. Him and both Juan Herrera, their favorite classes are English. That was mine too, but only because I had the best teachers. That one was high and ball 1. And that's the reason Caleb Bartoni, who did not make the trip with the team, his favorite class was language arts, and he said it was because of the teacher. So it's not rare to see that happen as that goes ball low and away. Good job by the catcher, number 14, to put a body on top of it. That's Carson Minari. We've already had a lot of switching around in the Casper lineup, so we're just going to keep an eye on the numbers. That one was a good dropping ball. Didn't catch the strike zone, though. It's going to be ball 3. Rivera now looking at a 3-0 pitch. He can swing if he wants. He doesn't. That's high for ball 4. And Gleason has had a tough start to go this to begin this 4th inning. It is the top of the 4th. It says 5 on the scoreboard. Juan Herrera back up to bat here. Juan, I think we mentioned this yesterday, is going to try and come out here to Casper to go to Casper College after high school. That one's low and away for ball 1. Still no outs on the board. That means that Juan could load the bases here. Gleason gets the call, fires it far and away outside, and that's going to push everyone to their next base. Bush moves to third, and Rivera moves to second. Herrera now going to be looking at a 2-0 pitch. Gleason is working on his 30th pitch coming up. This is actually going to be pitch number 29. And it's going to hit Juan Herrera, and he takes that like a champ right in the hip. And you'll never hear a louder cheer from the Lobos dugout unless you hit a home run than you do when you hear the ball hit your thigh. Herrera doing some calisthenics out there on first base. And we're going to get a talking to from the coach, and he's going to take the ball out of Gleason's hands. So we're going to get our 4th pitcher of the game so far. Gleason's going to finish with 1 full inning under his belt, 3 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, and no strikeouts. Hunter Schnepper, who started the game with 2 innings, is the only one to record a strikeout today, and he got 2. We'll be right back with a CWC pitching change. More information on the new pitcher on the mound.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road. Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Where's that? That's number 1. Welcome back to the top of the 4th inning here in Casper at Washington Park. We're going to get the full lineup change here from umpire Dustin.
1 and 7.
Petrazak. That's all we're doing is just switching.
Yep.
Cool. So Petrazak is going to be coming to the mound, and you said number 7 is going to position 7. So Cisco's going to left field. Or I'm sorry, Gleason's going to left field. My bad, I was looking at the number. So James Gleason is in left field, and Braden Petrazak is sitting on the mound, and it looks like Carson Minari is still going to be the catcher. They switched catchers in the 2nd inning, and this will be Zach Ward's first attempt at bat in this game. He's had an up-and-down season as well. He doesn't get as many opportunities. He's been a pretty good outfielder, and that one's going to go above his head, and Bush is going to try and run home, and I think he's going to get there pretty easily. He is. Ooh, what a good stop by Petrazak to not let that hit Will Bush in the face. My goodness, that looked close from up here. So that Juan Herrera didn't bother moving from 1st to 2nd, but Teddy Rivera did move from 2nd to 3rd. So Zach Ward's going to have runners on the corners with an 8-run lead here in the top of the 4th. If the Lobos can put Juan and Teddy on past home plate, and they go up by 10, and they were to keep Casper from scoring in the bottom of the 4th, this game would be over. Right there now, Juan decides to go this time, and indifference means he's going to get there. And for those of you watching from home in Lander, don't forget tomorrow's games are going to be even more fun. They have a chance to get to their 5th straight state championship. Petrazak throws to 2nd, and what a catch. Oh, no, I thought he grabbed that. Instead, it went past 2nd base. Herrera is going to ask for time. He kind of fell a little awkwardly to get back to 2nd base. The ball just went right over the head of the 2nd baseman there. So now Zach Ward going to get another look at this. Ward with runners on second and third. Oh, he could have taken that one in the leg, and instead he steps backwards for ball 2. Ball 3. Not relying on the scoreboard anymore. Zach Ward, still no outs on the board, by the way. And this one, he thought about checking his swing, and then the throw to third. Rivera's going to be safe. He is going to be safe. One of the coaches for Casper wants a recall. And the recall still remains safe. Teddy Rivera just barely got back and put his foot on the bag before the ball almost hit the back of his head, but it was caught by the third baseman. So it's a 3-1 pitch now for Zach Ward. Ward's going to make it 4-1 there as he watches it go inside, and that's going to load the bases with no outs. And who do you know is up to bat? It's Sam Bush. He's 1 for 3 today. Yesterday he was 3 for 4, and the day before that it was 4 for 4, and he was our Papa Murphy's player of the game on that day. So we'll see what he can do here. He already has 2 RBIs, and he's crossed home plate twice. Bush started off the day with a fly ball that reached on an error. That's how he was able to cross it twice, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. He now looks at that ball, and he's going to be looking at his second pitch here with the bases loaded. And that was actually a strike, my bad. That one's a ball, though. It goes behind. Are they going to run? Teddy Rivera's going to run for home. He's not the fastest player they have, but he gets there in time. And there's that 9th run lead. Petrozak kind of winds up his arm a little bit. We got runners on third and second now as Zach moves to second and Juan moves to third.
Hold on.
He's wiping off the base. Petrozak with his 8th pitch, and it's low for ball 2. Petrozak now is really in a jam, and his team desperately needs to get out of this inning as quickly as possible. That ball's high for ball 3. And Petrozak wants to get out of here, like I mentioned, because if they get one more run and they keep Casper to this 8 runs that they have now, game would be over after this inning. The windup and the throw, and it gets swung on and it goes foul. Paxton Reese can't catch it, and he's getting booed by his own team. And he goes to college for pitching, not catching, so that makes a lot of sense. He is part of the Heston, Kansas Meadowlarks, I believe is their mascot. So now a 2-2 pitch. I'm sorry, a 3-2 pitch. It's a full count here for Bush. He gets good contact on that one. It goes right into the hands of the third baseman, but it goes under the gloves, and that's going to be 1 run, and that's going to be 2 runs. And that is a 2 RBI single for Sam Bush, who just continues to have an amazing week. Up to bat now, Caden Rowan. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He's been walked once. Walking up to Gasolina. Caden steps him in the box. Runner on first only. And he gets a good contact there, but it goes backwards. Foul ball. And Connor Higginbotham is going to come out and grab that one. Only Higgy could get a cheer for running 10 feet to go get the ball. The umbrellas are out. As you can tell, there's not a cloud in the sky right now. So the sun is beaten down. It's already given me kind of a sunburn. And Caden Rowan gets it right past the third baseman again, and it goes out into left field. And Bush runs to third, and he's going to get there. A little bit of contact with him and the third baseman, and then the throw to second. No, he faked the throw. He got me on the fake, too. He didn't get Caden, though. And that was a good double by Caden Rowan. Higgy going to come out and try and increase this lead even more. Higgy's 1 for 2. He's one of only 2 batters for the Lobos to have struck out today. Higgy wants to get all of it, especially after he got that home run, his first home run just a couple weeks ago. Oh, and he swings on that one a little high, and then the ball goes to third, and it hits Bush right in the thigh. Will Bush is, and Paxton Reese gives him a little spit shine on his ankle. Higgy now is working with an 0-1 pitch. Oh, he gets all of that one. It's going out to center field. It's caught by the center fielder. Nobody decides to tag. Will thought about it, and he doesn't. Or Sam thought about it, and he doesn't. So Higgy now is going to be 1 for 3 on the day at the box, but it's going to be Stevenson up to bat now. Now that the Casper Crosshairs have an out on the board, we'll see how Pietrzak attempts to throw out here Stevenson, the pitcher that is going to be coming back out if they get to the 5th inning. And that one is high and inside. Stevenson's favorite class is weight training, and you can tell he's definitely built up those biceps a little bit since last season. His brother Keegan even made fun of him a little bit because I think Keegan thinks he can still beat him up. But Keegan, I mean, compared to his brother, he looks like a twig right now. Stevenson has done nothing but get in the weight room as he watches that go inside and high, and then the throw to third was not there. Stevenson, again, participated in that home run derby last night. He got close. I blame the Los Angeles Lakers gear he was wearing all over. The throw by Pietrzak goes way behind Stevenson, and Bush is going to try and come home. And this is going to be close, and it's going to be dropped, thrown a little bit past home plate, and that means it's going to be 20-8. And you can just hear the cowbells, and if you can't, turn your volume up. So Stevenson now with a 3-0 pitch. Gets a good contact on that. It's going to go foul, though, and it does. It hits the fence out in left field. And for those of you that haven't been out here to Washington Park, this park is much smaller than the Lander City Park where the Lobos play. It's a little bit of an optical illusion, though, because it definitely feels bigger. It's 299 on the left field, 294 on the right, and then out in center is 322. My optometrist would be really proud of me right now for getting that number out there. That does say 322, right? Out there in center? It does. Okay. Props to my optometrist back in Manhattan, Kansas. I'm not even wearing my glasses, so I don't know why I'm giving him props. Yeah. He made me get...
You just have 20/20 and you don't know it.
And that one, ball 4. And that'll put Stevenson on the first base, whereas Caden Rowan is sitting there on third. So runners on the corners for Josh Benz. Benzie is, he's 0 for 2 today, but he has been walked. Benzie, no gloves on the bat there. And Stevenson going to take an easy run to second. And that is a balk, yes, as he pulled the glove out, and that's going to let Caden come home. Sometimes I wonder why they allow third base to run home unless the bases are loaded, because for all you know, that wouldn't have ever happened if he had not balked. But Stevenson now moves to second, and Caden makes it a 21-8 lead as gets a little dab. Josh Benz. Oh, look at Stevenson just take off for third, and he's going to get there easily. And the ball goes past third, and Stevenson's going to come home. So Stevenson, just 10 seconds after he gets a single, or after he gets walked, I apologize, makes it all the way home and makes it a 14-run lead. And the umpire trying to give the catcher, Carson Minari, maybe a little bit of a hint here on how to throw to third, just a little bit better. I think Josh Benz looked like he was in the way, but either way, Stevenson got to third way before the ball did, and then the ball just went right past the third baseman. And the third baseman, Cooper Levin, hasn't had the best day out there, and it looks like the pitcher's taking himself out. Yes, he is. Pietrzak doesn't want to be on the mound anymore. So before we get a CWC pitching change, oh no, they're going to make Pietrzak stay on the mound. Is that right? Oh, they're changing out center fielders. Okay. I didn't bring my binoculars today. That's 34 coming out and 33 coming in. So Hunter Schnepper, the guy that started as pitcher, is going to come in for Michael Swan. I would imagine Swan is probably going to start warming up his arm to start pitching. That might be a reason why. It is tough when your team is down and you just keep giving up runs. They've given up 8 in this inning and 6 in 2 other innings. I'm sure it's rough when you're pitching out there and they just keep on getting hits on you. It's a little bit demoralizing, but understandable as it's a 1-0 pitch coming in for Benz right now. And we're going to get something from
1-0.
Yes? Okay. Umpire Dustin needed a count. It is 1-0 with 1 out. Landers, believe it or not, only has 10 hits on the day. That doesn't seem right, but they have 22 runs. And there's a good hit right there. It's going to pop out into the right field, and it's dropped by the shortstop. And Casper keeps shooting himself in the foot. That would have been an easy second out. As Hunter Velarde walks all the way to the third base coach, Paxton Reese, and wants to get a handshake, and man, the shortstop and the center fielder and the third baseman for Casper have really kept Lander in this game. A couple dropped balls and a couple balls that went right past him just haven't helped them out today. Hunter watches that go strike one right down the middle. Reminder, Casper got the win on day 1 against Glenrock and in a walk-off fashion, 11-10. Then they got beat yesterday morning, and now they are looking at a second straight loss as Pietrzak finds that bottom outside corner. Strike 2. Oh, and Hunter's going to take the hit in the back. And just like that, it's going to be 2 runners on base, still only 1 out. And this game continues to roll on. Casper's going to have to get at least 5 runs to stay alive in this game after this. But first, Will Bush is going to be up to bat. Will Bush had a great quote about Coach Reese at the beginning of the season. He said, "My favorite thing about being a Lobos is with the camaraderie. We can goof around, but when it comes down to game time, we buckle down and get it done." As that one fouls right in front of us. Oh, you could have reached out and caught that, man. And then the end of the quote, he says, "Coach Reese is the best at getting the best out of us. I wouldn't want any other coach." So Will Bush obviously doing this for Coach Reese, just like everyone in the Lander dugout, and he gets swinging on that one for strike 3, I apologize. That was a quick 1-2-3, you're out with that foul ball basically coming right at us, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Now up to bat is Teddy Rivera once again. I think we've gone through the rotation almost twice now in this inning. 8 runs in this inning. Theodore, you very rarely hear him be called Theodore. His name is Teddy for everyone that knows him, as that one catches that outside bottom corner for strike 1. Teddy looking at the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1. Just caught outside of it as Rock Springs and Green River look to get going after this. Rock Springs lost last night to the Valor. It was kind of a close game when I got here, and then Casper just blew it open. Oh, and Teddy's going to have to duck away for that one. The pickoff at first is no good. Yeah, when I got here last night, I was prepared to come to the home run derby, and instead I watched a pretty good game between the Valor and the Rock Springs Spartans, who won the Mother's Day tournament earlier this year in Lander. They got all the way to the championship game in the Father's Day one and lost to the Gillette Rage. That ball's going to go outside, and neither Lobos decides to run. They don't want to be that third out. They want Teddy Rivera to bring them home if he can. It's going to be a 3-1 pitch here. Rock Springs in their powder blue, all blue uniforms today with the pinstripe pants. Oh, Rivera gets that one, and again, this is coming right back towards us. Oh, the catcher, if he had just thought about it a little more, could have caught that. That would have been an easy out number 3 if Minari had just gauged that ball a little better, and now Coach Carey beats out umpire Dustin for the ball here. So now a full count here for Teddy Rivera. Runners on first and second, 2 outs on the board. This could be the last time Lander has to hit until tomorrow, and it won't be because Teddy gets the ball 4 low for the walk. I need to take a walk myself. When you sit for this long, get flat butt syndrome, FBS. 42 for 22.
At the plate, number 42.
That's Nate Childers. Childers. It's Nate Childers, and we're going to be calling him Childers from here on out. The future electrician watches that go low and away, and nobody runs again. Everyone on the bases stays where they are. Bases loaded, by the way, as I'm going to say Childers now on accident. Childers, whose favorite movie is Angels in the Outfield, steps back into the batter's box with his team up 14. That was a good-looking strike on the outside for strike 1. Childers also was in that home run contest last night. He was just having fun. I think he thought he was going to get one, and I remember it hit just right outside the fence. And that's going to be strike 2. And Childers, with bases loaded, he could just increase this lead by a mile if he wants to. And he takes a step out of the batter's box as Petrozak is working on pitch. Pitch number 39 here. And it's going to be ball 2. So nearly 40 pitches, 20 of them have been strikes. And I also see the Gillette Hitman here, so I'm going to have to look at my schedule and see exactly what game is up next. And there was a good hit, or there was a good looking pitch right there. So yes, after this game, as Childers looking at a 2-2 pitch, he gets swinging on that one. It's going to drop into the center field and right field in the gap. And there's 1 run. And there's 2 runs. And the lead continues to grow. It will be Rock Springs versus Green River after this. Glen Rock versus Gillette. And then the Valor finish off the day against Cheyenne Coyotes. Tomorrow, the 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m. games are going to decide the winner. The winner of the 9 a.m. game and the winner of the 12 p.m. game are going to play. We will see after this who's going to be the leader of the Red Pool. It looks like it will be Lander because they've already beaten Gillette, Glen Rock, and Casper. So Lander would play at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And that's if they win this game. It'd be a massive comeback for them to lose this game. If they were to lose this game somehow miraculously, it'd be at the 12 o'clock time slot tomorrow. Ooh, and Zach Ward has to duck. Makes that ball 2. You better not duck out of the way, says Coach Carey. That's low and away, and that's going to mean everyone runs. I'm going to keep saying Childers now. Childers runs to second, and that was ball 4 either way, so they're moving up and load the bases again. Pietrzak desperately just wants to get out of this inning. I do not blame him whatsoever. Back up to bat, Sam Bush. So we have reached the top of the rotation for the second time. How many batters have we had in this inning, do you know? Where did we start? 16 batters have gone through for Lander in this inning. Sam Bush, Lord of the Rings fan, up to bat now. Base is loaded. And again, we already discussed this in this inning, but Sam's been having a heck of a weekend, and he keeps it going there. Is that gone? Is that a grand slam? That is a grand slam by Sam Bush. And we're going to get a big old celebration.
That's a grand slam.
Sam Bush having the week of his life in honor of Coach Reese. That is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's a 20-run lead, and the Lander Lobos, who won by 20 yesterday, have done nothing but succeed this week. What a run by Sam Bush. He has just done nothing but win today. Sorry, I didn't think about the baby. She's asleep. She's asleep. Pietrzak hoping to just get out here with Caden Rowan. Not a lot more you can say about the Lander Lobos today other than they're just a hit machine. And are we going to get some warm-up pitches here? Is this a different pitcher? New pitcher. So 24, Carter Faisal is going to come in for Pietrzak, and that'll spawn another CWC pitching change. And another reminder that if you're interested in their 4-year bachelor degree programs in applied science, applied arts and sciences, or any of their 2-year associate degree programs, be sure to visit cwc.edu, Central Wyoming College. Make your way out here. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
It needs repairs. You need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Welcome back. After that CWC pitching change, it will be number 24, Carter Faisal, coming in to pitch, and up to bat is Caden Rowan. Carter just needs to get one out, and I believe that would probably do it for the inning here, for maybe the game for the Casper team. And Caden Rowan just swings and misses to start off his bat here. He's doing one thing at a time. He gets a little tip on that one. It'll be strike 2. Rowan stands in the box and awaits. Oh, and he gets that one fouled. Rowan watches that one go strike 3, and that'll do it for the inning, and Carter helps him out a lot. We'll be back with the bottom of the 4th after this.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned. Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube oil and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Welcome back. We are all hoping for a quick inning here. 1, 2, 3 would be great, as this game is already kind of over their time limit. Well, we don't have a time limit because it's state tournament, but this game started at 9. It's 11:13. The next game was supposed to start roughly around now, right? Noon? Okay, so we're giving them extra time. But either way, it's this game has felt over since pretty much the 3rd inning, and now at 28-8. The Crosshairs would have to get 11 runs to keep this game going into the 5th, and there's no way, no how to try and figure out if there's a miracle going to happen or not. But Casper, their body language out in the dugout seems a little depleted, but we're going to see what they can do here against Evan Stevenson, who's only tossed 13 pitches. 10 of them have been strikes, so there's going to be a big look here for Evan Stevenson to just get out of this inning. Hunter Schnepper is going to be batting first. Schnepper doesn't want to be the first casualty of this inning. Stevenson winds up and fires a low ball. Kind of touched up the dirt right before it hit the glove. There's a good-looking strike for strike number 1. And what else can you say about this team other than the fact that they've just simply dominated all day long? And there's a good placement there by the catcher for strike 2. And there's a good-looking drop strike, though, and he's going to try and get him out at first, and he does. So out number 1. Crosshairs now come up. And one of the 5 pitchers that they've used, James Gleason, is up to bat. Gleason stands a little bit backwards in the box here with his back foot way behind his front foot. Understandable as we get another good look here after the strike. Gleason with the bright orange bat gets a good contact on that. It's going to go. Oh, and if it didn't hit that fence, I think that Bush might have caught that. But instead, it's going to be an 0-2 pitch coming up. Now Stevenson with the 0-2 pitch. That drops not enough, and it's going to be an 1-2 pitch up after this. Ooh, and there you go, strike 3. Sam Bush, man, that grand slam still echoing through the Lander fans here. And now LeDuc, the tallest player here. He gets contact and it goes foul backwards. Oh, we got mosquitoes galore up here. What's going on? LeDuc is now up. And a good-looking strike there, but it was foul tipped. As we are just trying to get set up for tomorrow's games. It's going to be 9 a.m. if they win this, which they could right here on this pitch. And nope, tip foul again. And here we go. Again, this could be the end of this game if they were to find the strike zone here. Oh, he gets that one, and it goes foul, and it goes right towards the red car, and it might just bounce on top of one of them. Who knows? Casper is looking at a 20-run deficit. They got to do something here. That's not going to do it. It's going to be high and inside for ball 2, so it's a 2-2 pitch. 2 outs, that means deuce is wild. Casper, they hit that one. Oh, it goes right underneath Caden Rowan's glove. And the game continues, and he looks right at his glove. Like, how did that not go in there? I like that. That's going to be a fun one. Cisco now up to bat. And they're just going to let him run. And he's going to run all the way home as that pitch to, or that pickoff to first was just not good, not there. And we are just seconds away from massive celebration on this right side of the field. Oh, and that one goes past the catcher, and it's going to be 1 run on. And just like that, the comeback could start right there for all we know. So they will not lose by 20. Not if the Crosshairs have anything to do with it. Cisco awaiting the pitch here. Getting big mosquito. You guys out here in Wyoming have the biggest mosquitoes you ever find, and there's a good-looking breaking ball for strike 1. Oh, and there was a high pitch swung on, and again, we are just 1 strike away. And there's a ball, low and away. Oh, and there's a good solid hit, and it goes towards left field, and Hunter can't keep it in his glove, so that's going to be a single for Cisco. And again, Casper stays alive. Now Corbin Perry up to bat. Lobos have been looking at this win for 3 batters now. Right there might help. That wasn't a strike. It was a high ball, but it was high velocity as well. 11:23 is the time. This game started roughly 2.5 hours ago. Perry watches that go low, and Bush was thinking about throwing it, and I think it just fell out of his glove on the way to the transition. And it'll be a 2-0 pitch here as there's now a runner on second instead. Oh, and that one was close in there. And Corbin Perry had to back out of the way, and it'll be ball 3. And suddenly the pitches have kind of gotten away from Evan, who was just 1 strike away from winning this game roughly 3 batters ago. He winds up and fires. That's a good strike to that outside corner we've been watching all day long with umpire Dustin. And there's a good throw to third. Is that going to be in time? No, he was safe. It was a good throw. Will Bush just didn't swipe in time, and that'll be a runner on third now and a runner in prime scoring position to keep this game from staying a nearly 20-point lead. 28-9 is the score. Full count. And that's not going to do it. That's going to walk him. We're just staying along in this game. Umpire TW is just waiting for his chance to get out. So now number 14 up to bat, Carson Minari. Runners on the corners. That's low for strike 1. Caught that strike zone at the bottom. Stevenson winds up, fires, gets a swinging strike there, and now we are once again just 1 strike away. And there's good strike three, and that'll do it for the game. It's going to be a 28-9 victory, and it looks like Lander will play tomorrow at 9 a.m. We will get more about that here in just a second after a word from our sponsors.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Gourmet pizza in a flash. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton makes your pizza to order. Order online at papamurphys.com or in store. Delicious, fresh-made pizza just the way you want it. Papa Murphy's is a proud supporter of local student athletes.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back. Final score, 28-9. Lander wins. And we have some special award ceremony coming up here right here. We're going to take it on down to Mike Antonovich, former coach of the Lander Lobos.
Is this better? Yeah, if I can get all the teams to come on down here real quick, and we'll line up here around home plate.
Stay up here, Coach, if you can. And I think this is a very special presentation. I was told to keep this secret all week long, and I'm just proud of myself. I am terrible at keeping secrets. So the fact that I could keep this. The Heart of the Babe Award is what he is announcing. So I was trying to see if you could hear him with the microphone, but you really couldn't. The Heart of the Babe Award is given to the player that never gives up, Not necessarily the MVP, but
Casper Valor. Want to thank you guys for hosting this tournament for us all. You guys have put on an amazing tournament, and we'll finish out today and tomorrow. And next year, it has been announced that the Pacific Northwest Regionals will be held in Lander, Wyoming.
yes, we are getting the Pacific Northwest Regional Tournament next year in Lander. That was a big get for Miss Reese and Coach Reese. Lander's going to be if you guys want to go join your team, you can, and then if you want to come back, okay, I was just making sure. We have our Papa Murphy's player of the game and Coach Carey up here, so we're going to talk to them after this special presentation.
Casper Crosshairs and Cheyenne is missing right now.
Cheyenne's missing.
I'm not sure what's there, but so I'm going to start off here.
So we're giving out a bunch of awards right now.
Commissioner is Kelly Reese. So Kelly, who do you have on the top there?
All right, so we have a Heart of the Babe Award for each team, I believe. And Valor's Heart of the Babe Award is Colin Bird. Congratulations to him. He was getting a big round of applause last night during the game. And was he the one driving the thing? He was driving. That was funny. He was out driving the machine. Is that the one that looks 37? Yeah, it is. Okay. He deserves that. He is. We checked his ID last night. He's only 16. That is insane. Omar Dominguez Campos. We definitely watched him play quite a bit this year. Omar. Rock Springs. Kyle Cahill, we obviously called his name quite a bit this year, too, at the Mother's Day and Father's Day tournaments. Cahill had a good season as well. Michael Swan, we just mentioned him. He was out there in center for most of the night, or most of the morning, I should say. Oh, Dayton Matthews, as we were calling him Dayton Mullins all day yesterday, like an idiot. We were doing that. Tristan Hopkins is the Gillette Heart of the Babe Award winner. Number 10 out there with the thick mustache. Isaac Zebedera for the Green River Raptors, which I don't see them out here. Oh, they already gave it to him. Oh, and Evan Stevenson gets it. Look at that. We like to see Evan win things. He has been the heart of this team all year long.
Back in 2001, we started a new award in honor of Deb Larkins, who was one of the founders.
2001, they started an award after Deb Larkin. So each coach votes for their player.
Last year's recipient was Rock Springs. We have a traveling trophy they brought back, and the 2023 recipient of the Deb Larkins Sportsmanship Award, the Lander Lobos.
And the Lobos are going to be winning the Deb Larkins Award this year after Rock Springs won it last year. And again, Mike Antonovich down there with the microphone is actually one of the original starters of the Lobos. Some nice words about Coach Reese right now. So there's a new award in honor of Coach Reese.
That will start this year. This will be an annual award, and we will be adding some sort of a scholarship. We haven't worked out.
Okay, so they're going to add a scholarship to the David Reese Award, and that is exactly what David would want because it wasn't just about baseball. And Zach Ward with the winner of the first ever David Reese Award. Well deserving. And now we're going to get a quick presentation from Coach Ward of Rock Springs. And very nice. So the Rock Springs coach got together with all the coaches around the state, and they started a scholarship in the name of David Reese, and they're going to give it to Lander to present to whomever they want this year, and that is a good way to end. And like we said, David Reese, it was never all about baseball with Coach Reese. He was more, it was more important to get these kids through school, and, you know, he said baseball isn't everything. You can go to college for baseball, but that doesn't mean that baseball is your life, and that is one thing that he definitely pushed was education. So now we're gonna got an upset baby here. Coach. Oh, we'll move this just on top of that. There we go. So while Antonovich is going to be talking, we're going to go ahead and talk to Coach Ryan Carey. Coach, can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Awesome. Well, they're talking about parents and stuff, and I totally get that. So, Coach, today you won 28-9. You guys exploded. I mean, obviously the Grand Slam helped, and we'll talk to Sam in a little bit, but what was going right for you guys today? You just got, I think everybody got at least one hit today.
We've always worked on starting early, aggressive at the plate. That's one of our, some different than about 90% of the teams in like all of baseball.
Yeah.
Is Coach Reese, that was one of his kind of things that we pick visitor. We actually want to start on the plate because when you can put up the runs we have the past couple of days, it's a lot easier for your defense to play free. And then that translates to back to the bats. When you can put up 5, 6, 7 runs an inning, and then the other team, before they even step to the plate, they're already playing from behind.
Yeah.
It makes our coaching jobs a lot easier when we can just let them be, keep the momentums going. But it's you always say you want to peak at the right time, and we did. I mean, this is so far, where we want to be. Obviously, the job's not done yet. We obviously totally understand that, come tomorrow is a completely different tournament. So we definitely want to, and keep this. I told you guys the other day, it's the Lobos train, and it's getting a little tough here, but it's the D3 train that we want to keep rolling. But like I said, when the kids are playing open and free, it makes our jobs that are already, been a little bit tougher, a lot easier when we can just go on the field, and stand at the bases and just, keep them going, keep them rolling, and it's been a total joy to watch, and that home run today, it just tops today off.
It really does.
So he's been, we said, everybody was like, finally, finally it's happened for him. So it's been really nice. So
it's been close. And, when you guys are up that big, I know you've been on the other side of this maybe a couple of times in your career. How demoralizing is that as a pitcher? You could see it in the Casper Crosshairs body language by the end of the third inning. They didn't want to be out there anymore.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. And a lot of coaches, and when the guys were at the Pacific Northwest the past couple of years, coaches look at us like what are you doing? What do you, everybody, the tradition is, and everybody knows, you pick home so that if you're on the opposite end of that score, you have that last at bat to be able to come back. And no, we always want to start, if you can start up, that the other team's body language starts to sink and they get slower, and they don't want to be there. So
totally understandable. I'll give you one last question here. Obviously, Sam Bush hit the grand slam. Connor had one of his, I don't want to say worst days, but so far he went 1 for 3 today. The other couple days he was doing great. Your whole team has been successful on with their bats, but also they've really been putting it together outfield. You didn't have but more than one error today, I think. But this whole week, the errors have really diminished from this year. What have you been telling your team the last 2 weeks to get ready? And they have just totally brought it together in the infield and the outfield.
And that comes to the leads. When, like I said, when you can come and start off the game putting up, I don't know what we put up in the first inning, but
2-1 in the first inning, and then you got 6, 6, 8, and then the rest.
So obviously we first inning wasn't as good as what we started out before, but then you put up 6 in the next. So when you can play with that kind of a lead, you obviously don't want the errors, you don't want those mental mistakes, but it's a lot, you're playing freer. And when you can play free, it seems like you're not worried about, am I going to miss a ball? Because if you're thinking about it, that's typically when you're going to make probably more mistakes. And if you're having that bad day, typically the ball's always going to find you, and it's just going to compound. Well, when you can play free and you're not worried where I'm up 8 runs, 1 run isn't going to hurt, so we can play a lot. And that's where those errors, you can see those errors diminish. We're playing a lot easier free because we can get those runs, and that's that comes with the bats. So
totally. And I'll give you some free advertising here. Where can we get the patch here?
So we have shirts and more down at my shop. We have decals and stuff like that we're making. Window clings to put on your vehicles or whatever you really want to put it. So it's shirts and more, kind of on the outside of Lander. You can stop in, and we've got them there. We're not they're free unless you want to donate, which obviously will go back to whatever the Reese's wanted to go to. But down at Shirts and More, they're right there, ready to go.
Awesome. Yeah, the D3 coach, Reese, forever the leader of the pack patches. You can find that down at Shirts and More, right down the street from the breadboard in the Lander Valley High School. We'll hand you off, and thank you again, Coach, for coming up here during that presentation. I appreciate it. Now up for the second time in 3 days, our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Sam Bush, who hit a just demoralizing grand slam today. How'd it feel when that touched your bat and you just knew it was gone?
Absolutely amazing. It was. I've had warning track power for a while, but that one, as soon as I hit it, I just knew it was gone.
You should have been in the home run derby last night, man. If you were going to hit it like that, that should have been what you should have been doing.
I know, right?
So tell me, today you guys just started off hot like you did the last couple days. You guys have played the Crosshairs quite a bit today, so you knew their pitching, and they went through a lot of pitchers. When you guys came into this game, did you know who you wanted to kind of attack, or was it just continuous over the day?
It was just continuous over the day because Casper has, a lot of their pitchers are very similar to each other, so it kind of just felt like the same pitcher throughout the game.
And obviously down there you got the presentation and everything, emotions running wild, but how cool is it? You not only got one scholarship foundation here for David Reese, but then the rest of the coaches came together and gave that to your teammate, Zach Ward.
I thought that was really cool of them. These guys are just amazing.
And you got a big fan group now. You have the rest of the day here in Casper. Are you and the team going to go do some practicing, or are we going to go have fun at the mall? What's going on?
Probably go have fun at the mall. That's what they usually do.
That works for me. Well, hey, man, congrats again. I'll give you your Papa Murphy. You're going to get sick of pizza by the end of this week, I promise. You and Will can split that, and if you guys want, if there is a Papa Murphy's here, I think you might be able to redeem it there. I don't know, but we'll see, and we'll figure that out. Sam Bush, our Papa Murphy's player of the game here on our Click It or Ticket post-game show. Thanks for joining us again, Sam. I really do appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Go have fun down there, man, and you enjoyed it. You deserve it. Just leave it there. You're all good. You deserve it, man. Have a good one. Yeah. Okay, so as far as our Papa Murphy's player of the game goes, we already said that's Sam. Let's look at some stats here and see who we might want to give the Gatorade player of the game to. As we had just so many hits, so many RBIs, it's hard to pick one. I think Zach Ward already earned quite a bit. He got the scholarship there, the scholarship fund, I should say, not a full-blown scholarship ride. But the 28-9 win, let's go down the line. Sam Bush went 3 for 5, obviously had a grand slam, 8 RBIs. Caden Rowan went 1 for 4. He was walked once, struck out once. Connor Higginbotham went 1 for 3. He struck out once. Stevenson went 2 for 2, 4 RBIs. He was also walked once. Will Bush went 2 for 3. He had 3 runs and an RBI. The rest of here, Darius Boyer went 2 for 2. I think we should give him the Gatorade player of the game. The way that he played on his foot, the way that he played on the mound and in the batter's box, just super, super strong play from Darius Boyer. So he's going to be our Gatorade player of the game, sponsored by Admiral Beverage out there in Riverton. And we appreciate them a lot. We're going to have kind of a quick Click It or Ticket post-game show because I got to drive all the way back to Riverton tonight so we can come back and do this in the morning. Don't ask why. We are just going to be having to do that. So from Washington Park out here in Casper, this has been Shawn O'Brate. I really appreciate all of you joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.